Fucking hell, this thing's annoying. All right, guys, we are live. We are live. Welcome to the Natural Effect podcast where we talk about health, wealth, and everything else. I'm Nate, I'm your host, and today we've got a few things to talk about. We're going to be talking about mainly about the UFC. We're going to be talking about the card that just went just now, the 318, Dustin Poirier vs Max Holloway. We're also going to cover the NELK interview with Netanyahu. Yeah, man, they're getting a lot of backlash at the moment, and we're going to go into the whole interview, go through the interview, and really break down exactly what Netanyahu was saying and all the lies that he covered on the interview. We're also going to be uncovering Arsenal are officially, apparently Gyökeres is signing today. It's official. And club's looking great. We've signed near enough everyone that I want to kind of sign. Not exactly personal players, but all the positions that we've had to cover. And we're also in for a defender as well, which we'll cover in a bit. We're going to be covering the astronomer who got caught cheating at the Coldplay concert. That's some funny shit. Obviously, it's gone viral. Loads of people making memes about it, talking about it, etc. We're going to be uncovering that. We're going to be listening to the Khabib interview. So Khabib did an interview recently where he spoke about a few things. We're going to be uncovering a little bit more about the UFC, about some future matchups that were just made, and talking about like Gaethje. I know Gaethje is saying that he wants to retire now if he doesn't get the title fight. I think Gaethje's off his nut and he's smoking too much weed. So we're going to be uncovering that. And then we're going to be uncovering the Misfits fights that's about to happen. Darren Till vs Rockhold and Salt Pappy vs Tony Ferguson. Unfortunately, I don't have the fame to back it, but I wish I did have the fame because I would love to fight the winner out of Tony Ferguson and Salt Pappy. In fact, I'll be honest with you guys, I do think I could box both of them in the same night and beat them both. Like, I think they're both shit. Even in MMA, I'm pretty sure I'll beat Tony Ferguson in MMA right now. Like, he just doesn't seem like he can take any punches. His jiu-jitsu's weak. His wrestling's cack. Just doesn't look like the same Tony Ferguson we saw all those years ago, you know? And we're also going to be talking about the next stream, which we've got happening on Friday. Friday, we have another stream, which I'll tell you guys about. And then we're going to finish it off with the Lemony review on Kick. And I'm going to be showing you guys the nugs. We're going to be talking about the strain, and we're going to be testing it out and smoking it up together. So I can see there's like 10 people on Instagram. Guys, everyone on Instagram, I'm going to be coming off Instagram within the next 5-10 minutes. I'll only come on Instagram to bring in some people and make sure they come over to either Kick, Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, Instagram, or Facebook. Now, all right, cool. So yeah, where to find me? Natural_Nate on Instagram. TNE_podcast on Instagram as well, and at the Natural Effect podcast on Instagram. And it's the same across all platforms, right? We're on all platforms. Like I said before, Rumble, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, Instagram, Facebook. We're pretty much everywhere, right? We're trying to be across all platforms before, you know, we get bigger and then we can really lock into one platform. So guys, drop a like. Drop a subscribe. It'll definitely help us get up the algorithm, especially a comment on the video, especially once it finishes. Once it finishes, go drop a like and a comment on the video. And I can see the chats here as well. So how's it going, man? Yes, Jack, how's it going, brother? Jays, what's happening? Yo, yo, yo. Big signing for Arsenal. Want to see us get Xavi Simons over easy. Yeah, but bro, do you reckon we're really going to get Simons? I don't really think so, man. I think we might get that Mosquera guy, Christian Mosquera. I think he's going to be the last guy. I think he's from Valencia, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's the last guy that we're going to end up signing, and then I don't see us signing anyone else. Big up to my favorite Jew in the chat, my boy Sam. I can see him on Instagram. Big up, my G. Big love to you. D-Rod, good one, man. Yeah, man. Smoked Holland. Big up to D-Rod. We're definitely going to be talking about D-Rod. Old boy D-Rod did his damn fucking thing. And, you know, I know fucking Kevin Holland come out and said that he felt like D-Rod was oiled up and he was greased up and he felt slippery. But honestly, it sounds to me like Kevin Holland's just making excuses. For me, D-Rod, that was one of the best performances I've ever seen from him. For him to be able to avoid the takedowns, avoid the chokes, slipping out of there. His boxing looked a bit more scrappy than usual, right? But he was able to keep it on the feet and pepper up Kevin Holland. That left straight, obviously we know D-Rod fights at southpaw. That left straight from behind was an absolute banger, and it kept hitting Kevin Holland. It knocked him down a couple times, and it was honestly an epic performance by D-Rod. And honestly, it was a good performance by Kevin Holland as well. It was a great fight. But for me, D-Rod was spectacular, and he definitely deserved that 50K bonus, man. I feel like my boy D-Rod was definitely robbed, as well as Kevin Holland. For me, that was the fight of the night. If you're not going to give them the fight of the night, honestly, you had to give the fight of the night for Dustin Poirier and Max Holloway. I know they gave it to Brendan Allen and Marvin Vettori, and I know that was a brutal fight, but for me, it wasn't the fight of the night. I would say that was the third fight of the night. I would have said it was first D-Rod and Kevin Holland, then Dustin and Max, and then I would have said it was Marvin Vettori and Brandon Allen. Hope you I did congratulate him, man. Big up to D-Rod, man. D-Rod is on the rise right now, and for people who don't know, D-Rod is definitely more on the older side for a UFC fighter, even though he had a late career blooming, right? He didn't get into MMA until he was a little bit older. But man, big up to him. Hopefully he can make a run for it and fight someone maybe in the top 5-10 now in the welterweight division and really get himself up the rankings. So, all right, cool. So I'm going to cut off Instagram on both of the accounts. I can see you guys here. So, guys, we're going to come off both the accounts, come over to YouTube or Rumble. What is my favorite strain? I'll tell you my favorite strain on Twitch, Kick, or Rumble or YouTube. Okay. Let me end this, guys. It's mad because we had between both accounts, we have 53 people. No, yeah, 53 people between the two accounts. Fucking struggling here on YouTube. It is what it is, bro. Slow process, I guess. Treat him to some good alkaline barbecue and a glass of Alchemist Organics, Harry's Berries Juice. My guy. Yeah, next time I see D-Rod, I'll definitely have him some gifts. If I had to guess the kind of gifts that he wants, he definitely wants some bud. He'd want some Skittles. He wants some flavors, but definitely I should get him a little... I'll make him my own juice and I'll get him some alkaline food prepared by my cousin Andy. As for Alchemist Organics, for people who don't know, I don't fuck with that guy no more, man. Probably something I won't go into publicly, at least anytime yet. But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, don't fuck with him. But I'll make him my own juice, which I'll probably make better anyway. All right, cool. So Max Holloway Masterclass. What a masterclass by Max Holloway, man. It was a up and down fight, back and forth between Dustin Poirier and Max. It was honestly a great fight. It was such an epic performance for both. You know, a last fight for Dustin Poirier in his hometown of, was it Lafayette? No, I know he's from Lafayette, but it was in, not Tennessee, man. No, where's Lafayette again? Louisiana, that's it. It was in Louisiana. What's the biggest city in Louisiana? Yeah, I don't think they was in Baton Rouge. I think they was somewhere else. No, really? Yeah, man, I'll be honest with you, bro. I'm just going to say how it is. So with the Alchemist guy, bro, just a quick one. When I was putting money in his pocket, he seemed all cool to me. He was friendly, nice, whatnot. And then I stopped putting money in his pocket because he started fucking with a few of my ops, which is normal, innit? I didn't even say nothing to him, man to man. He can go do as he likes. He actually said to me, man to man, that he would never fuck with my ops. Anyway, he started fucking around with my ops, so, I just took a back seat and just never bought nothing off him again. It is what it is. And then, I guess I put stuff up about ice, which, I've been saying, I've been pretty... I wouldn't say supportive of ICE, but you know, I'm anti-mass immigration, and I was just basically saying to all the people that were saying fuck ICE, how do you sort out the whole immigration situation within America? And you know, he got very emotional. We went back and forth on the chat, and he was like saying stuff to me like, "Oh, low key, bro, it's like you're asking for an unfollow." And you know, when men talk like bitches, when men talk like females to me, I'm out, bro. Like I'm out. I don't want to deal with you. I don't deal with sensitive guys. I don't deal with guys who interact like women. Yeah, if you can't have a proper conversation with me, go back and forth. And even if it gets a little bit aggressive and hype, we can like remain to like be respectful and agree to disagree, then it is what it is. But if you're going to come on my DMs and the first thing you kind of say is, oh, well, bro, it's like you're low-key asking for an unfollow. It's like, bruv, you're a fucking bitch. You are literally the definition of a bitch. Like, I don't want to hear it. Like, it is what it is. And he was wrong in the situation anyways, because he's a big liberal, right? He loves the whole Democrat Party and he thinks that they're somehow good guys. Me, he thinks that I'm a Trumper. I'm not a Trumper, guys. I've always said it from the beginning. Trump is a Zionist. Did I say I prefer Trump over Kamala? Sure. Yes, I did. And I still say it right now. I still say that Trump is still a Zionist. Trump hasn't had a great first 6 months, but I would still pick Trump over Kamala. What was the difference with Kamala anyway? The difference was that they pushed trans shit on all of us and all that fucking degenerate homo shit. Yeah? Apart from that, everything else is the same. It's not like Kamala was like anti-war. Do you know what I'm saying? We were more deeper in war when we were with Kamala anyway. The whole Gaza genocide started with Kamala and Biden. There's no difference, guys. Everyone who's in power in any Western countries, they're all working for Zionists. They're all run by them boys. It's just that simple, bro. So, yeah, exactly, bro. And if you want me to be honest with you, brother, this is another thing, yeah? And tell me right now if I'm a good guy or not for this. This is another thing. I could have created a juicing company many times, bro. I have tons of females who love to work for me and do stuff for me, yeah? I could have put a female in the background, make some videos, start a juicing company. I've got some fire names. I'm way better at marketing than he is. And I could have done it. But I always said to him, bro, I'll never start a juicing company, even though a lot of my people have asked me to start a juicing company. The same way he told me that he would never go out there and do a collaboration with Zushi, right? I would never do that, bro. You're my boy, bro. You're more than just business, bro. You're my boy. I would never do that, bro. Yeah, and you know what? I was never even the guy that said, yeah, bro, like, don't do that. Me, bro, I let people vote with their feet. Yeah, I let people play out how they want to play out so I can see people's loyalties and their morals and their ethics, yeah? I let that play out, and it was what it was. And I never even said nothing. I never mentioned nothing to him after. I never said, oh, bro, why'd you go do that collab? Or, bro, that was I never said none of that. I just backed off, stopped buying juices, and just did my own thing, man. Like, it is what it is. I don't really expect much from humans, if you want me to be honest with you. Majority of humans, men and women, are lame. That's the truth. Majority of men are not loyal. They're only there for, a come up, whatnot. And women, honestly, if you want me to be honest with you guys, I've been treated way better in my life by women than men. Way better. Like, the only people that have been disloyal to me in my life have always been men. I've never had one woman ever be disloyal to me ever in my whole life. Even women that I'll just fuck. Never had one woman even like caught her doing a text or anything like that. Like I said, do I think majority of women are useless? Yes, because I see what's out there. However, women have always treated me well. But what I can say is, I've had a lot of guys that I've put on in my life, helped out, flew across the world, given opportunities to, made them a lot of money, made them their brand or their career, and they've shat on me and robbed me in the end. So, yeah, it is what it is, man. Fucking, I don't expect much from people, but that was the situation between me and him. Think there's some beef between Tenko and Be Easy. Well, I honestly, I don't know much about any. I was gonna say any of them. I don't know much about Be Easy. I've seen him speak on a podcast, and I've seen him claim certain things, like he was the hype behind Lemon Cherries, and he starts a lot of hypes. Well, look, I'm just going to be honest, and I'm not here backing Stacks. You guys know I don't like Stacks, right? Stacks done me over for millions and millions of dollars. I don't like Stacks. However, bro, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, people in my circle, my previous circle, like me, Stacks, a lot of the UK guys, a lot of even the American guys who were part of our circle, we started all the hypes in America for near enough all the weed and all the strains. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, I've never seen B-Eazy's face ever in my life, and I don't remember him. Now, does that mean that he's done nothing in the cannabis career? I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is, he didn't start up none of the big hypes, bro. I'm just being honest with you guys. So, like, I don't know if it's that what they're arguing about, but I would honestly back Stacks in that. And it's funny because Stacks likes to jump on the dick of all my enemies. People that I don't get along with, Stacks jumps on their dick. But me, I'm not that guy. I'm always going to call out the truth, whether it benefits me or not. Even if it makes Stacks sound better, I don't care. But yeah, like Stacks does start a lot of hypes, but yeah, Stacks is a scumbag as well. What about Bernie Sanders? He seems like a decent guy. Nah, man. Bernie Sanders is too much of a liberal, my guy. If you guys want to know, the real person that we need in power for America is a guy who's called Thomas Macy. Go research a guy called Thomas Macy. He's one of the only politicians. He's a congressman who hasn't been paid by AIPAC. He's the only guy who's right now going into the Epstein files, trying to get deeper into them, exposing them boys, exposing Israel, exposing AIPAC, the Zionist lobby, etc. From my understanding, Bernie Sanders is like a centrist. It kind of just floats in the middle. And those people are actually way more dangerous than even the guys like Trump. Yeah? Centrists are the worst kind of people. People that play both sides. We don't want those guys anywhere near our politics. Like, we don't want those guys in power. We need someone who's assertive and who's going to stand up for against evil. What happened to Extracted by Smoke? Guy's hilarious to me. Basically started from Stacks' cheese, saying there's no cheese in genetics. And yeah, guys, look, if you guys haven't realized that Stacks lies about all these genetics by now, you guys are fucking clowns and stupid, man. Like, if you really smoke Zushi and you really think there's Kush mints in it, you need to go get yourself some mouthwash, preferably no Listerine with no fluoride in it. Go get yourself a proper mouthwash, brush those fucking teeth really well, and go smoke again, bro, because there's no Kush mint in no Zushi. And I know nowadays he kind of, like, you know, he's kind of forgot about talking about the Kush mints because it's over that hype. But majority of all the strains he brings out are fake and not what they are, right? Stacks was never been a grower. Stacks was never in grow rooms. He's only owned a grow room in the last year or two because he bought it and put someone in there to run it. He doesn't, like, you know, Stacks was a great trapper growing up, but he's never been a guy who's been a grower or been in grow rooms or dealt with plants, etc. That's just the truth. Zushi is a pheno of Z-Cube. Exactly that, brother. I read that Netanyahu had tape of Trump on Epstein. Well, we're going to talk about that in a little bit as well. What happened to Extracted by Smokey? Did he start QC Farms? Yeah, my understanding is Extracted by Smokey did start QC Farms. And honestly, I can't really say much negative shit about Smokey, if you want me to be completely honest with you. Is he my type of person? Probably not, you know. We're very different people. He likes to eat junk and he's into, like, different things that I'm into. Not someone I would hang around with, but definitely someone that I would say, like, you know, he's never really done nothing wrong with me, to me. The only bad thing I can say about Smokey is, like, he'll cuss off Stacks, right? And Stacks cusses off Smokey. And this is, like, one thing that you will never see from me, guys. They'll cuss each other off, like to the T, where they hate each other. And then they'll see each other and then they'll be like, oh, what's happening, bro? And, like, act like best friends with each other. And for me, that's just, like, that's proper Greek boy shit, proper fugazi FAG shit, honestly. Like, yeah, I can't condone him fake shit like that. But apart from that, I can tell you that when I was young, I actually got arrested for some shit, and Extracted by Smokey bailed me out, and I did go and stay at his house. He's like mum's house for like a good, I can't remember how long it was. It was at least a couple weeks to a month, you know. So look, Smokey's definitely done some shit for me in his life, and I appreciate it. And I've said it publicly. I'll say it again, like I told you guys. I'm never gonna run away from the truth, you know. So yeah, big up to Smokey for helping me in my past. But yeah, just not my type of guy to hang around with. But at the same time, I can't say I know anyone that he's snaked or he's a bad person. So that's what I can say. Fake smiles and thrones. Yeah, exactly, bro. And you know what else it is as well, Wedgies? Which I've noticed, a lot of these guys, it's like the Illuminati of weed, right? It's the same with Doja. Doja's exactly the same. Doja and Stacks would sit there and cuss the shit out of each other constantly to the point where it's like, bro, they hate each other. But then, like, when they see each other, it's all love and shit. And I'm like, bruv, I could never be that guy. Like me, when I see Stacks, like, I put so much pressure on him by watching him and making him feel uncomfortable. He normally leaves the area I'm around. Or the next thing I would do is, if there's not many people there, like I did with him at the barbershop, is I offer him a fist fight. And I say to him, I want to fight you, bro. Let's fight. Like, you know, like you done me over. And he's always come back. He's like, oh, bro, I'm not going to fight you. It's because he can't fight and he's a wuss. And he's scared of his own shadow. But then he's like, you know, I don't want to fight you, bro. You're family to me. And let's sort things out, bro. You're literally like family to me. That's the kind of shit he'll say. But you don't rob someone that you're family to. You don't owe someone millions of dollars that you're meant to be family to. Do you get what I'm saying? So I see he has his own brand now and is pushing all his dead strains in the UK now in his gay club in Melrose. What's the deal with Rich Nerds? Well, the guy who owns Rich Nerds, from my understanding, I know like Smokey's a mutual friend of ours, but yeah, like he was an Indian guy. He's a I was gonna say he's a Pidgeot, right? He's actually a cool guy, man. That Rich Nerds guy, like I know him. Like I wouldn't say like I'm great friends with him, but from all the interactions I've had with him, he's a cool guy and he has worked hard and he's put himself on the map. And no, it's not extracted by Smokey from my understanding. It's a British Pidgeot, but and yeah, like he's a good guy. He's a nice guy from everything that I've interacted with him. Yeah, Bengali brother. That's it. He's a Bengali brother, exactly. You know. Crazy to think guys didn't make the waves 2015-17, the Cali scene would be so different in terms of branding, marketing, top shelf, the way these products are sold. 100%, bro. 100 million%. Blue sushi is dead nowadays. Yellow is only decent sushi now. Yeah, and that's because he just gets Skittles, renamed Skittles, and he just puts it in yellow sushi bags. That's why. Does definitely have some fire, though, in my opinion. Tenko was way more consistent than they were a few years ago. Okay. And this is another thing, guys. Does Stacks know fire weed? He does. I'm not going to fucking sit here and lie. Nate, what's the deal with Rich Nerds? I see he has... you're both Greek, right? Yeah, man. Me, Smokey... and Stacks are all Greek Cypriot. Yeah, we're all Greek Cypriot. Same as Jack the Plug as well. You know, everyone says that we come from the same area in North London, but that's not true. I'm from the hood in North London. They're not. None of them are. Jack's from Southgate. Stacks is from Palmer's Green. And Smokey's from Cockfosters. Yeah? Like, with all respect, bro, like, they're all, like, middle-class rich boys. Do you get what I'm saying? And, you know, Stacks maybe didn't come from money, but he come from a good area. He went to a good school. Do you get what I'm saying? He had good Greek boys as friends. Like, he never lived a life like I lived a life. Do you get what I'm saying? He was never involved in no gangs. He don't know no gangs. He don't know rappers. Like, he never lived that life. And I know, you know, his persona on Instagram, he makes out like he's that guy. Boys, ask anyone who knows Stacks personally. This guy is the biggest wuss ever. Like, he wouldn't even fight me for millions of dollars. I promise you. If I put a meal up to fight him for a meal, he would never do it. No chance. Absolutely zero. Yeah? He's a proper wuss. He's connected to Essex Cannabis Club. That's another person I actually don't respect at all, you know. That, like, the guy who runs Rich Nerds, that Pidgeot, I do respect. But the Pidgeot, Essex Cannabis Club, that guy is honestly one of the biggest waste men ever. Like, bro, Chief, that's his name, Chief. Bro, Chief, and I hope you see this clip. You are literally one of the biggest losers ever. You're a rich Pidgeot from London who made his money selling hard food. Yeah, let's be honest right now. Yeah, you're a snake. You use people to get up where you need to get to. You make the fun out of disabled people, but let alone you're like 5'4". You're a Pidgeot that gets no women, but then you make out like you get all these white chicks, which you probably pay for them. Yeah, You make out like you're some like good moral guy. You're not. You're absolutely not. I was a good friend to you. I was there with you when you went to hospital and you was basically in a deathbed. Yeah. I made sure to be there, like, you know, with you. I've never done anything snaky to you by any means. Yeah, I've always been a good person to you. I even took you in my home and cooked food for you and made you a meal. And you had all great things to say about me until the day that you needed some of my workers, right? So when me and my old team started splitting up, some of my old workers started going and working for him. Now me, if anyone should be upset, yeah, or think that's disloyal, it should be me, right? It should be me to turn around and say, hey, you fucking Pajit, that ain't loyal, that ain't nice, you're a fraud, yeah? But you know what, guys? Like I did with Alchemist, I just shut up and took a back seat. But guess what? He started making out like he had problems with me. Started gaslighting and making all this fugazi beef. The truth is, this guy's a weasel, yeah? This guy's a weasel who, you know, like, he's got health complications and all of this. Like I said, always was good to him. Never said nothing behind his back, even though, you know, he would always like clown disabled people. And I'd say stuff to him. He would always make out like he's some like womanizer, which, bruv, like, if this guy had no money, he would literally be an incel, 100 million %. If Essex Cannabis Club had zero money, he would get no women. And people can turn around and say, oh, bro, it's the same about you. Not true, guys. Absolutely not true. In fact, I fucked more pussy when I was broke than me having money. Yeah? You guys can go ask my old friends, people in my area, people from Edmonton, Enfield. I was always that guy with females. I would always fuck whatever girl I wanted. Yeah? When I had holes in my tracksuits. When I was a fatty. Yeah? When I looked like a fat bastard, I still got any girl. Yeah? This guy is a fucking loser, Essex Cannabis Club. Simple, bro. Yeah? And if he has any debate that he wants to, like, you know, say like, oh, I'm lying. Bro, come live. Yeah? You can put a little mask. You don't have to show your fucking face. Yeah? And we can talk man to man. But you'll never do that. My old partner will never do that. Stacks will never do that. Even the guys who have exposed their faces, they will never do that. Do you know why? Because the truth always comes to light, man. The truth always comes to light. No, what's Proper Smoke League? Never heard of it. Palmer's Green, yeah, exactly. Literally, boys from my area, boys from Enfield and Edmonton would go to Palmer's Green to rob utes. That's what it was. I've not seen any clean Tenko whenever I've seen people with it nowadays. Well, bro, listen, karma's a great thing. And karma doesn't always come in the same form as what you give out. So what do I mean by that? That means if you go rob someone financially, doesn't mean that you're going to be robbed financially. It can very well work out like that. But a lot of times you'll get your ass bitten in another different way, right? What happened to Nico? Nico's fine, man. Nico's just someone who didn't perform like he promised to perform, and it is what it is. But yeah, just got to pay me back, bro. Not going deeper into that. Any recommendations on tolerance breaks? I'm on week 3 now. Felt okay until a few days ago, mostly physical. How are you feeling, Jack? What are the side effects, let's say, of your tolerance break? But I'm proud of you and well done, man. Smashing it. Laugh out loud. That's a fact. Essex Cannabis Club is the biggest trier out there. Come on, bro. The guy is a loser, bruv. He's banged up right now. Oh, is he? He is well connected, I'll say that. Bro, he's not. He's really not. He's really not. Who do you think he knows? Fucking, what, Stonebridge utes? You think he knows fucking them Kilburn utes? Bro, he's a beg. Essex Cannabis Club, I hope you see this in jail. You're a beg, my G. I really know Stonebridge utes. Stonebridge utes really know me. Coke and his family, all the black utes who are friends with Coke, I can name all the rappers, they know who Nature is. They know who Nature Boyz. They know who Shanks is, my old name. They know what I'm about. They know what I've done on the roads. They know who I am. And they know you're an absolute fucking plum, Mr. fucking Pajit. He paid for Claudio Hannibal Silva's family. Yeah, like, all right, cool, bro. He's mate with C-Biz. He's not really mates with C-Biz, bro. Like, you know, I wouldn't say I'm mates with C-Biz, but I've spoken to C-Biz. And I don't think C-Biz is mates with Essex Cannabis Club. What's mates? Do you get what I'm saying? Is he really sending him money now, looking after him? I doubt it. Knowing him, he's probably getting bullied in jail. He buys his way for everything. Yeah, exactly. And, you know, I know he's friends with Claudio Hannibal Silva, the ex-UFC fighter. But, bruv, like, it is what it is anyway. Like, these people don't know him for who he is. Do you get what I'm saying? I really saw Chief for who he is, and Chief is a fake guy. Mostly to do with my diabetes, having bad hypos, middle of the night, early morning. Mentally no different, but my body aches and that, you know. And Jack, have you been more conscious to be eating better foods as well? You've been staying away from the refined sugars and all of that. One sec, I'm going to go take a spit. One sec. Alright, sorry about that, lads. It's okay, you can stay. Yeah, Jack. I'm also going to speak to Victor, Dr. Sebi's son, and see what kind of advice he gives me, right? One sec. So, yeah, I'll speak to Dr. Sebi's son. Yeah, so I'll speak to Dr. Sebi's son, see what he says about the diabetes thing. Are you staying active as well? C-Biz was big in Essex Cannabis Club on his live. I wondered how much he paid him. Yeah, bro, like, come on, man. Like, even if you big someone up on your live, is that really your boy? Like, honestly, I don't really call many people my boy anyway, but I would say that I know those people that he's mentioning way better than he does. Like, I've actually been in these people's family homes. Like, if you go and ask anyone of K-Coke's family, everyone knows who I am very well. I've spent years with them. But everything I eat, I make myself because I used to be a chef a few years. Oh, shit, man, used to be a chef. Go on. Yeah, bro, I'm still intermittent fasting. Nice. Another thing I would say, Jack, is thinking about taking like CBD, but not like CBD smoke, but actually taking like CBD capsules, maybe to help with the pain and the hypos in the middle of the night. I think CBD might be a good one. I'm also going to send you a list. DM me on Instagram. I'm going to send you a list of some herbs that are really good for pain as well. All I do is cycle because I do like 50 hours a week, but I do cycle to and from work every day and also go for at least 20-mile cycle on my day off, bro. That's enough. Honestly, cycling is one of the most godly and greatest exercises for you out there, 100,000,000%. But yeah, it's crazy that you guys told me that fucking, that Pajit Essex Cannabis Club is in jail. Crazy, bro. Do you know what's crazy to me? And I truly mean this, right? Every single man who's ever tried to fuck me over, ever in my life, has always had big repercussions. All of them. It's either they get robbed. Bro, I'm just saying it how it is now, yeah? It's either they get robbed, not by me. It's either they die, not by me. It's either they go broke, not by me. Either they go jail, not by me. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't even need to do nothing. I don't even need to lift a finger. And it just shows you guys, God is powerful and great, man. God is the best. Yeah? You don't even need to do nothing. You don't even need to take revenge. Be a good person. Let those people keep doing what they're doing. Let them fuck you over and see how it plays out for them. Not very well, I'll tell you that. And the funny thing is, in the future, I'll name all these people. I can name you a list of all the people that have been fucked over. And then you guys can turn around and say, well, what about Stacks, man? Stacks fucked you over and he seems all right. Guys, you can't always judge by finances. Yeah, man. Follow my Percy account. My Percy account is natural_Nate, NATCH. So, yeah, give that a follow. Message me there. I'm definitely more responsive to that than being here. I'm definitely more responsive to my personal page than my my brand page. But yeah, man, let's get back into the UFC, guys. Let's get back into the UFC. So Max v Charles Oliveira, is that next? I think that should be the next fight, right? It's going to be a rematch. I do think that Charles Oliveira and Max Holloway will be a great fight. I do sway towards the Max side more. I do think that Max will probably knock him out. Charles Oliveira has just shown us that he's very chinny, man. The older he gets, the more trauma he goes through. He's not going to be able to bounce back. And, you know, after that big knockout in his last fight against Topuria, I see the same thing happening with Max Holloway, if you want me to be honest with you. I know people are talking about Max Holloway being the next title fight, but I do think that Arman Tsarukyan should be the next one up for the title fight. I did see that Gaethje is asking for the title fight. I know that Dana White spoke about Gaethje fighting Paddy Pimblett. Listen, Gaethje. Justin, listen, bro. I like you. I think you're a great fighter. But with all respect, you do not deserve a title fight right now. You should really go fight Paddy Pimblett, and the winner out of Paddy Pimblett and Gaethje should fight for the title. It's as simple as that. That should be the next title eliminator fight. As for the next one up, it should be Arman Tsarukyan. All right, is Paulo Costa back? We saw Paulo Costa against Kopylov. It was a good fight. It was a decent fight. It was good to see Paulo Costa be his old self, actually put some grit and desire into wanting to get the win. And, you know, he got hit with a few shots early on, and he battled through it, and he was able to go get that W. Big up to Paulo Costa, man. You know, I do think Paulo is a little bit cringe. I do think that his hype's fallen a little bit from the days with the Secret Juice. He was a little bit more funny, and, you know, he seems a little bit more sensitive now. He's like, you know, he's been crying about the fact that Khamzat's been messaging his girl about him. It's like, bro, like, you don't need to sit there on a press conference and start like start fucking going on a mad one because Khamzat said something to your girl, bro. Just fight him, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? When you see him, either fight him on the street or wait until you get up the ranks and fight him in the octagon. But yeah, to me, he seems a little bit sensitive over the situation. We saw Patricio Pitbull get his first win against Dan Ige. That was a great fight as well. I honestly saw Dan Ige winning the fight. It was a close fight, but Patricio Pitbull was able to get that W against Dan Ige. And we also saw a legend in Michael Johnson, someone who's been around for literally like 15 years now, right? And he was able to go up against Zelhuba, who's an up-and-coming fighter, and go out there, spectacular boxing performance, and get that W. Michael Johnson, big props to you, you know. Fucking you done your thing, man. You done your thing, and yeah, he's able to get up the ladder in his late age and maybe even make a late run for the title. All right, let me read some chats. He always has been. It will only get worse for Oliveira. I agree with you, bro. It's only going to get worse. Pimblett vs. Gaethje. Exactly. I agree with you, man. Gaethje and Pimblett should be the next fight for sure. Good fight that. Costa was dominant. Yeah, he was. Best I've seen him in ages. 100%. Why was he shaking in the press conference, bro? I know that Jack, that was some weird ass shit. Like, he was saying that he was going like that because he was saying that he was just passionate about hating Khamzat. But to me, that was some weird ass shit, man. He was literally and like his whole breathing was in and out. I don't know, man. It was some weird ass shit. I've got a bin next to me so I can just spit quickly now. Cool. Not a big fan of Colby, but it made me laugh when he calls Khamzat cum shot. I'll tell you what is with Colby, yeah. Colby is a funny fucker, yeah, but Colby is he's a fraud. He's a fraud. I'll tell you why Colby is a fraud. If you look at all the guys that he fought on the way up, he never really fought no killers, Colby. And then he got given a lot of free title fights, and then he wasn't able to win any of them. And yeah, man, like Colby's a weird character. He's definitely a weird character, Colby. But I don't think he's that great. I do think he's overrated. Like, look at him in his last fight against Buckley. He got dominated. Yeah, man, I don't know about Colby. I really don't know. But what I do want to see with Colby is I want to see him getting knocked out. I'll be honest with you. I want to see him going up against the killer next. And yeah, that's pretty much. The funny thing is, I actually do have a hit piece coming out called The Rise and Fall of Colby Covington. So that is one of the fighters that I do have a hit piece coming out for. Some people said it was to do with a weight cut, but I don't see it myself. Yeah, I don't think it was nothing to do with a weight cut. Block Corrupt, nah, come on, had to change my nickname back to the original. Is that Luis Blanco? Colby is slick with the verbals, always being quick-witted. He's a solid fighter. For me, he's not that much of a solid fighter. He's someone that he was okay, but he's just gone really downhill. And he was able to fight a lot of guys who weren't that official on the way up. But he is quick-witted. I give him that. He is good with speaking. He is good with talking. Strickland is the new Colby. Yeah, Strickland's another one of those guys who I don't see him ever being a champion again. But the thing is with Strickland, I think... I don't know how to explain this. So look, yeah, they are similar people. They're both guys who are leaning on the right, but they both have a mental... they're incapable of saying certain things. Like Sean Strickland, for me, is someone who sometimes comes out with the truth. As of recently, he was more critical towards Israel, right? But always previously, he would always say that stuff like in other words, he would say stuff like fuck Palestine, kind of along those lines, right? And when he'd say stuff like that, I always thought to myself like, oh, this Strickland guy is fucking stupid. He's like literally a dumbass. He literally he's just got a Trump stick up his throat. Down his throat. So yeah, like Sean Strickland for me is someone who will never be a champion again. He was able to become a champion, that epic performance with Adesanya. But yeah, he's definitely a dense guy, not the smartest of person. Outside the octagon, he's a pussy, yeah, man. He only wants to fight when he's got a referee to get someone off him. Bring him on the podcast. I'd love to bring someone like Colby on the podcast, but I don't think it would be a good idea. Like Colby Covington was meant to go on somewhere called Fresh and Fit, which is like a way bigger platform than myself. And he last minute flaked on them. So yeah, it's probably someone I won't probably deal with in the future. Haha, yes, up the Albion. Little busy here, but I'm listening. Come on, my G. Hope you're doing well. Any more latest signings by the Albion? Back to UFC. So this weekend, we do have Whittaker vs RDR. We've got Reina de Ridder vs the legend Robert Whittaker. This one, unfortunately for the legend, I do see RDR getting that early finish. Whether it's going to be in the striking field or whether he's going to take him down and submit him, I do see RDR getting that win. Now, going back to Bo Nickel, I always said that Bo Nickel got G-checked, right? He got full checked, and I did call out that he was maybe going to lose against Reina de Ridder. I did say that one could go either way. I could see that happening. However, Bo Nickel's not a punk, yeah? Let's just get that straight. He's not a punk, yeah? Is he a true fighter? Perhaps not. But he has incredibly great wrestling, and he's a tall guy who's very athletic. Now, RDR was able to go out there and stop him with an epic knee to the solar plexus and finish it. And what a fucking great performance that was by RDR. To the point where my cousin, who was a big Bo Nickel fan, he was like, oh shit, it just looks like I've become an RDR fan. Like, this Reina de Ridder guy is the real fucking deal. And my cousin was not wrong. He is the real fucking deal. I can see Reina de Ridder becoming a champion. I'll be honest with you. The way he was able to take out Bo Nickel and, go for the takedowns, take it to the striking. RDR is the real deal, man. He's tall, he's lengthy, he's strong, he has great kickboxing, and he's great on the ground and got good jiu-jitsu. So, yeah, man. RDR, if he keeps going the way he's going, he's going to be a problem. And this is going to be one of those fights that if he's able to go out there and be dominant against Whittaker, people are going to start calling him for him to be the next title fight. Yes, Zulu, we did our business early in the summer as always. Currently just cashing out on some extra players. Big up Bo Nickel. Kudos for the win, RDR. Yeah, man. Big up to RDR. So, in this week's fight card, we also have Peter Yan against Marcus McGee. So, McGee's only got one loss on his record, but for me, this is the first elite fighter that he's truly fighting. He's fighting Peter Yan. As we know, Peter Yan's an all-round fighter, but he's got incredible, great striking. And this one, I am going to go with the legend. I'm going to go with Peter Yan on this one. Peter Yan's definitely one of my favorite fighters. I think he's tough. He's agile. He's all-rounded. He has great Muay Thai. Yeah, Peter Yan is a great, great fighter. And yeah, this one, I am going to go with Peter Yan. And the only other fight that I'm going to cover in the main card is going to be this fight. And it's going to be the Sharabullah Magomedov fight against Mark Barriou. So this one is going to be a striking epidemic. This one's going to be a kickboxing fight, clearly. I don't see it going to the ground. Both these guys love to stand. Both these guys have losses and wins. You know, Barriou is coming off a win, but he's had losses where he got knocked out just before that. So he's up and down kind of guy. And Sharabullah is coming off a loss. You know, we saw him going against MVP in his last fight, and he got literally obliterated by MVP. Not so much with damage, but it was to the point where MVP just looked so much better than him in every avenue. And it's, you know, it was the striking avenue. MVP is elite. Yeah. If you guys don't think it, then you really don't understand MMA. You know, he might not be the greatest guy with takedown defense and being on the ground, but when it comes to striking, when it comes to his kickboxing, pouncing in and out, using his mind, I don't think there's many more great fighters than MVP. And the truth is, if MVP was a little bit younger and he was able to work on his wrestling even slightly, I would have said that MVP does have the possibility to go become a champion at the UFC. MVP is good, but meh. Well, look, bro, the thing is for me, he's not meh at striking. He's like amazing at striking. But as an MMA fighter, I would agree with you. He's meh. Because, you know, you cannot be a guy who can't wrestle and be on the ground in 2025 and be a great fighter. How much money did you put on Dubois? None. When is Aspinall fighting again? Love watching him fight. Moves like a middleweight. So, guys, I don't know if you guys know, but Aspinall has been booked for October against Cyril Gane. You know what? I was going to cover all the UFC stuff a little bit later. We were going to go in and out of the UFC. But you know what? Fuck it. Let's cover the rest of the UFC stuff right now. Let's forward it. And yeah, so guys, I'm gonna tell you guys. Reminds me of Machida if he had more flair. Machida, okay, yeah, Machida was a great fighter as well. But yeah, he was missing a little bit of the flair and the speed. I think Machida. I don't know, Machida. Yeah. Especially after John Jones, I think he just went downhill. But anyway, guys, Aspinall vs Gane soon. Jiri Prochaska vs Khalil Roundtree. Woo! That one's going to be a striking, great fight, right? I can't wait for that one. That one's going to be a delight for the fans. Jiri Prochaska vs Khalil Roundtree. 2 killers who are strikers. Aspinall vs Gane. Honestly, this is what I want to see from Tom Aspinall. Tell me, guys, if you guys think I'm right or wrong. Tom Aspinall should go out there against Cyril Gane and not throw one punch. Tom, don't even throw one punch, bro. Do not throw a fucking punch. Go and do what the waste man John Jones done. Go and do what that sus, gay... And, you know, when I say gay, I mean, yeah, happy. You know, he's happy, John Jones. That gay guy, John Jones, what he done to Cyril Gane. Go do exactly the same thing. Don't strike with him. Take him down, submit him, and just get that boring win, bro, and move on. Cyril Gane is lame. He don't even deserve the title fight, yeah? His performance against John Jones was so underwhelming. Overwhelming? Yeah, overwhelming. Underwhelming. And it was literally a poor performance. Like, I lost a lot of respect for Cyril Gane after that. So I would like to see Aspinall just go choke him out and get out of there. On to the next. Do you get what I'm saying? Jiri looks like he's doing some weird dancing when the fight when he fights, man. Yeah, look, he's a strange fighter. He's very unorthodox, but he does have some incredible knockouts on his resume. You know, like I'm trying to think of like some, you know, what was that? It was a spinning back fist that he back elbow. It was like a spinning back elbow he'd done on someone. Who was it, man? Who was it? He literally just knocked him out. It was fucking beautiful. But look, Jiri Prochaska has many great wins. Pereira? Oh yeah, Reyes. Dominic Reyes, you're right. Where are you seeing that? Oh, you just researched it? Yeah. It was Dominic Reyes, that's right. And Dominic Reyes, guys, is not no punk. Do you get what I'm saying? Even though I do feel like Dominic Reyes' career was robbed. Dominic Reyes' career was robbed, and I'll tell you guys why. As a young guy who was in his prime, to go fight John Jones and to actually get the win, because we all know that Dominic Reyes beat John Jones. If you don't think that Dominic Reyes beat John Jones, then you need to take John Jones' dick out of your mouth, or you go re-watch that fight. Or if you did re-watch that fight, then you don't know shit about MMA and you're just a casual. Yeah? Dominic Reyes got his career robbed from him. Yeah? He went and beat, apparently the GOAT at the time, John Jones, and they took it away from him. They thieved him. Yeah? And since that moment, Dominic Reyes' career just went, you know what I'm saying? To the point where, you know, now he's got a little bit of a comeback, but he had to go through some dark times for him to come back from that comeback, man. And I hope that's God and karma helping him, because he truly went out and beat John Jones. Who's your favorite fighter in MMA right now? So I would say I have 3 favorite fighters, guys. My favorite 3 fighters are Ilia Topuria. If you guys ask me why I like Ilia, me and Ilia have similar body types. I think similar personalities. I like the way he carries himself. I think his boxing's incredible. I think he's a killer. I like the way he talks. I love the fact that he's Georgian and he's a Christian Orthodox, and he goes against the Dagestanis. Like, he has balls to go against the Dagestanis. He doesn't give a fuck. So I like Topuria for that. I like Khamzat Chimaev. I've always been a Khamzat Chimaev fan from the beginning. You know, I like the way he talks. He's dominant. He doesn't fuck around when it comes to fighting. I think he's very all-rounded. I think his striking is very underrated. His wrestling and his jiu-jitsu is phenomenal, obviously. And yeah, I love Khamzat Chimaev. I just like the way he moves, you know. Everybody, all that shit. I love that shit. And finally, my other top fighter is obviously our heavyweight champion, the UK boy, the boy from Manchester. There's only one, Tom fucking Aspinall, the best heavyweight ever to do it. Better than Stipe, better than John Jones. You guys are going to see he's going to run through the whole division again. And hopefully John Jones does fight him, which I don't think is going to happen, and I said from the beginning. Because I'll tell you guys something. Tom Aspinall would knock out John Jones in the first round very easily. John Jones is overrated. He fought a lot of bums on the way up. He stayed away from a lot of killers. He did a lot of degenerate things outside of the octagon. He got caught taking steroids. Like, John Jones is just an L walking. Do you get what I'm saying? And do you know what's even worse now about John Jones? Is John Jones now, oh, bro, I want to come back for the White House card. Bro, get the fuck out of here, bro. We've been waiting for you to fight for the last 2 years, and now you want to come back because Trump wants to do a card at the White House. And apparently you're such a patriot, and you got, you got friends out in the military that you want to serve and go out there and fight. Bro, stop lying, John Jones. Yeah, you stayed away from Aspinall for a reason. You knew you would lose. Yeah, you only took easy fights. You knew Cyril Gane would be an easy fight for you. You knew Stipe would be an easy fight for you, and it is what it is, man. Like, John Jones is overrated. Guys, that's my take on it. So next up, we do have as well JDM vs Islam Makhachev. And, you know, in a little bit, we're going to go and we're going to listen to Khabib's interview where Khabib, you know, drops a lot of gems and speaks about how he does think that JDM will be Islam Makhachev's hardest ever opponent. Dana shut down immediately. I saw the video. Yeah, of course Dana White's going to shut it down. And, you know, big up to Dana White for shutting down John Jones. And I'll tell you guys why Dana White did shut down John Jones. Dana White hates... Look, let me tell you guys something. Any rich man in the world, yeah, rich men hate when you waste their time, even more than their money. Like, as someone who's got wealth, me, myself, I'll tell you guys, wasting my money is one thing. You guys can waste my money. Like, you know, it might piss me off slightly, but I'll take it. But when my time is wasted, that is way worse to me than my money being wasted. And Dana White was very patient with John Jones for a while, saying that him and Tom Aspinall was going to work. From what I heard in the background, they offered him crazy money, more than 10 million for one fight. And, you know, John Jones just played the UFC around and he longed them out to the point where they had to strip him for the belt. Yeah. So, yeah, of course, Dana White's not going to go back and be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to give you that opportunity now at one of the most important cards that's ever going to happen, knowing that you flake last minute, you make irrational decisions, and you really think that you deserve to be on the card. John Jones, you don't deserve shit, bro. You don't deserve shit. You're a waste, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know what's funny to me? John Jones always shames people online who are like, he's like, oh, but, you know, you're jealous because I've got all this bread and I'm the man and you're just jealous because you live a normal life. John Jones, with all respect, bro, I fuck better looking girls than you. I get more girls than you. And I've got more resources than you and more finances than you. And you're one of the most popular fucking fighters ever, bro. Like, you are a walking L. Yeah, you beat up your own wife, yeah, in front of her kids. You run over a pregnant woman and drove away. Yeah, you got into more cases recently with the police. You've been caught taking steroids. You've been caught taking cocaine. You're literally a waste man. Yeah, and from a man who's got more than you as well. Because I know you love to shame people online. I always see you going back against the people who are trolling you saying, well, you ain't got shit and you've got a normal job and you're a 9-to-5 guy and who are you and what have you done? John Jones, yeah, with all respect, got more than you. And I'm pretty sure we're roughly the same age, right? And I'm telling you, bro, you are a sucker. You are a loser. People are never going to remember you to be the GOAT of MMA. Never. Yeah, you wasted our time for 2.5 years. Yeah, even during your prime, you was fighting old guys that were willing to give you the opportunity that you wasn't willing to give other guys. Yeah, you are the definition of a hypocrite. You're not a true man and you are a loser. Simple, bro. Okay, time is more precious than money. You can make money back, but you can't make time back. Exactly that, brother. You received 100 messages today with Restream chat. Okay. 100. Jay's, it's true. Yeah, Jay's agrees with me. Jones knew Dana would react like that, but he now started putting blame on others for fights falling through. He thinks he calculated. Jake Paul 1.1. Yeah, exactly that, brother. Exactly that, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Gaslighting. Do you know what I'm saying? Trying to make out like, oh, what did John Jones say for the reason that he retired? Like, it wasn't just exciting for him no more. Like, you know, he'd done it all and all of that. No, you have not, bro. You have not. You absolutely have not done shit. Do you know what I'm saying? You beat a bunch of old guys on the way up. Guys who were on the way out. Like, I even broke it down, which, you know, I don't even know why there's not a great clip on in YouTube where I break down everything with John Jones. Like, I know I've got one in the previously, but I've done one recently where I broke down all his opponents as well. Yeah, like every single one of them. Anyway, we're going to move on from that. And the last UFC thing that we're going to talk about is... actually, no, there's a few more things. So, okay, we've got Ankalaev vs Pereira #2, which is getting booked now. I do think Ankalaev will get the win again unless Pereira is able to knock him out extremely early. I just don't think Pereira is going to have good enough wrestling to make it a standing fight. And I know you guys are going to say, yeah, but last time it was standing. Yeah, last time it was standing and Ankalaev still beat him up. And I think Ankalaev is definitely going to use more wrestling this time. So I don't see it going Pereira's way. Have a good one, people. Got to go link one of my boys. Enjoy the chats in here, man, for real. Go on, big love, Jack. Have a good one, brother. Cody Garbrandt vs Sugar O'Malley. Apparently they're speaking about that being the next fight. I do see that being a realistic fight. And if you guys ask me why, man, like Cody Garbrandt's not done enough to fight Sugar O'Malley, and they're different weights and shit. Well, listen, guys. Sugar O'Malley has now fought our champion, Merab, twice. He's lost twice. Yeah? He ain't going to get a title fight anytime soon. Even if he goes out there and beats another 2 guys, I still don't think he's going to get a title fight. And I think Sugar O'Malley acknowledges this. So for Sugar O'Malley, it's either one or two things. It's either he steps up to featherweight and goes fight someone at heavyweight at 145, or he fights at 135 in the same weight, but he fights someone from beneath him, someone like Cody Garbrandt, who he's got previous beef with, and them lot can go out there and sell the tickets like that. So, yeah. Okay, guys. That's pretty much everything broken down with the UFC, guys. Everything broken down with the UFC. And we're going to move on to Netanyahu vs NELK Boys. And I'm going to switch it up, the camera. A little low, one sec, guys. How do I turn up that as well, Trev?
Watching sports, and we love to fire on sports at the same time. I can't even watch a sports game anymore without firing on Prize Picks. It just makes watching.
Bro, these NELK Boys, they're like, and you know what? Like I've said it before, but I don't hate, but I dislike a lot of fake content creators. Like I can't stand Kyson Net, I can't stand Speed, I can't stand these NELK Boys. All the guys that they don't like, they literally don't stand for nothing, and they're just like, you know, like they're clowns. They're literally just entertainers. Like, bro, these guys are losers, man. Honestly, just losers. What's happening? I can hear this in my ears a lot, you know. And about the thing, they can't hear what I'm hearing in my ears, can they? Yeah, but I'm hearing.
The game's so much more fun. What I love about it is instead of just firing team by team, you're choosing individual players with Prize Picks.
All right, before I forward this to Netanyahu, we got some new flour there, lemon something. Yeah, man, we got some Lemony. We're gonna be going on to Kick at the end, and we're gonna give a little review with the Lemony. Yes, and Kalev will use more wrestling. Yeah, I think so for sure. Pereira's cooked. Yeah, I think Pereira's cooked as well. I'll be honest with you. Speed was visiting Helsinki. The whole city went nuts. It got quite risky already. Okay, yeah, look, bro, look. Do I find Speed funny? Yeah, Speed's funny. He's a clown. Do you know what I'm saying? He's all right. But, like, no one is ever going to watch anything from Speed and learn anything or really elevate in any type of way in life. Like, when you watch people like Speed, Casanet, the NELK Boys, literally, you might as well just pop a beer and it's just entertainment. It's just like being at a circus. It's just like watching a clown. You're not going to take no real value from these people. They don't teach you nothing. They're not going to help you in your future life. But yeah, it is what it is. So, Dankton, with that, it's your version of Lemon Tree, right? Out and out Lemon Tree? No, it's actually not an out and out Lemon Tree. It's a Lemon Tree cross an OG. But yeah, very close. And honestly, it is more dominant towards the Lemon Tree. But yeah, big up Dankton on that. All right, cool. We're going to go back to the video. All right, cool.
Each player has a set projection, and then you either go more or less than that set projection. Choose a bunch.
Let me forward this shit.
And his city, and to every part of America, all of a sudden they're not so intimidating. All of a sudden we.
And guys, let me know. Like I can hear it in my earphones, but let me know if you can hear like a slight. Yeah, but bro, we need to fix that for the future, man.
We can defeat them. All of a sudden, you can use these brave American pilots who come from around the world.
Bro, I can hear it quite loud, I'll be honest.
Over the bunker and help us end the amazing feats of our soldiers and pilots.
What's that? Yeah.
That's an amazing thing. It's good for America. It's good for the security of every single American.
How do you feel about the Americans' opinion on Israel right now?
Well, look, segments of the American public support Israel, but I'm concerned that the young people in America, some of them are getting the wrong picture of Israel, vilification, demonization.
Guys, let me break this down quickly. Camera back to me. So, Netanyahu says, you know, like there's a portion of Americans that don't like Israel right now, and then some of the youngsters, nah. Allow the gaslighting, yeah? The truth is that 90% of Americans don't like Israel right now, yeah? The only ones who don't mind Israel and like Israel are guys who are being paid by AIPAC, who get paid by Zionist lobbies. Conservatives, right-wingers, who are pro-Israel. That's the only guys who support Israel. But there's a lot of people on the right wing who are against Israel. And let's be honest, everyone on the left doesn't like Israel. Yeah? Everyone's seeing the atrocities that's happening in Gaza, more than 100,000 people dead, more than 300,000 people missing, more than half of them being children. The world can see, right? And let's be honest. If you went back maybe 5 years, there wasn't too many people that were anti-Israel, but the world is slowly waking up. And obviously Netanyahu can see this. And this is really the sole reason why he went on the NELK podcast. He went on the NELK podcast to try and save some face, to try and, brainwash the youth to change their minds about Israel. They thought that the NELK Boys having a massive platform and agreeing with them was going to be positive for Israel in moving on with all their bullshit. But yeah. Basically wants to corrupt the youth to their genocide. True, wedgies. Israel can do what it wants because of the Samson option. Ha! Oh my guy, yes, exactly. And you know what? Big up to Block Corrupt. At least he knows about the Samson option, which is Israel's already said, man, like if the world doesn't take their side, then they're out there to use nuclear weapons on everyone, and that includes America. And yes, guys, I said that, and you heard correct. Israel talks about dropping nuclear weapons on America. And that's not going to be the first time they've called terrorism within our country. They killed JF Kennedy. Yeah, that's right. They also were behind the Twin Towers. Go research the dancing Israelis. Go research all of that, yeah? They're also behind all the degenerate things that happen in our country. They're behind porn, feminism, the pharma industry, the corruption within politics, the educational system, which teaches us shit. Like literally, them boys, they're behind everything. So yeah, allow the gaslighting. And there was a lot of lies put into this interview, which I'm going to break down the lies, but let's hear a little bit more of it.
A lot of lies. So the only way you can fight lies is with the truth. How do you fight lies? You tell the truth. And you have to tell it as often and as intensely as the lies that are leveled against you, and that requires an effort. It's like another battlefield, And I'm doing this podcast, among other things, to reach young people.
Of course,
you guys are pretty young.
30 years old.
30. That's young.
Yeah. What do you think the biggest misconceptions are about?
And you know what's funny as well? These guys are 30, but they're still retarded. Like literally. I don't know how Steiny and this Carl guy, bro, they've got way more finances than me and they're still literally retards. This is why I tell my cousin, this is why I tell my team, bro, we need to become multi-millionaires. There's no way these guys have got more bread than us. These guys are literally retards. And you know what's funny to me? It's the first time I've ever seen them in a suit. And it's the first time that I've seen them so, official and formal with an American flag and an Israeli flag on set. It's funny, they never did any of this shit for Trump, which it shows, guys, who is their real president. Netanyahu's their real president.
Well, first of all, they don't know what kind of an open society it is, how pluralistic.
Yeah, they are retards.
We live
for
in the heart of the Middle East, okay? Iran is not that far away. In Iran, they hang
bro, literally, every guy who listens to the NELK Boys, they're beer-drinking white boys that fucking wank all day and watch porn and don't get no pussy. That's the people that kind of watch NELK, let's be honest.
In Israel, probably Tel Aviv is one of the, the most open liberal-minded city on earth. Israel is a high.
We visited there, yeah.
No, it's completely different.
Our assistant's gay too. He had a good time.
Well, you could vouch.
Yeah, no, we all had a great
So,
time.
you know, I mean, look at that. How about women, okay? Women in Iran, they shoot the women. They shot this extraordinarily brave and beautiful woman, shot on the sidewalk because she showed too much hair. In Israel, women are, you know what? I'll tell you what.
Bro, this guy is top gaslighter,
So
bro. I swear down.
this young woman officer in my military secretariat. You know, the prime minister has military secretariat.
It's funny to me, guys, right? Camera back to me. It's funny to me that Netanyahu would make out like, you know, liberal, like, you know, all this like degenerate shit is like positive things. Oh yeah, in Tel Aviv, you know, men fuck each other, and you know, we have men becoming women and men and women becoming men, and you know, Tel Aviv is great, liberal city, yeah? And make out that, you know, they love and they care so much about women. Huh. Netanyahu, my G, your military, the IDF, who are the biggest terrorists in the world, rape Palestinian women consistently, and I've done it many times. So for you guys to come out here, make out like you guys care about women and children, like, bro, this is crazy to me. Crazy. Netanyahu, you are the biggest terrorist ever, yeah? You and your people lied about history, his story. You guys lied about everything. You guys run everything. And now you're trying to gaslight the American public by having these fucking retards, NELK Boys, giving you a platform so you can sit there and lie. Let's hear some more bullshit.
And usually has a general and it has staff assistants. One of the staff assistants was this young woman, pilot, navigator, on leave from the Air Force to do this work in the Prime Minister's office. You know what she did now? She was flying over the skies of Tehran, you know, attacking this horrible regime that tyrannizes the women in Tehran. That's the difference. The women there get shot on the sidewalk, and an Israeli woman pilot helps liberate Iran, quite the women of Iran. And boy,
helps liberate Iran, bro.
And that's
oh
true
my
of
God.
everything. It's true of
Oh, is
nightlife, it's
that
true
the
of,
same that you guys?
startup.
Is that the same that you guys done for Gaza as well? Is that the same you guys done for Palestine? Right, the way you make out like you're helping the Palestinian people.
Incredible.
Even though till this day, they're burning down buildings, they're bombing buildings with innocent people inside of it. They're also bombing children and women that are walking towards aid, to go get food. People are starving in Gaza right now. Churches are still being burnt, mosques and churches. Yeah, the truth is, it's nothing to do with what they're saying. The truth is, they want the plan of the greater Israel. They want to take over the Middle East. They don't want no one around them who have any sort of power. Yeah, because the truth is, Iran has no nuclear weapons, but Israel has close to 100 nuclear weapons, which they actually stole from America. That's the reason that JF Kennedy is dead today, because he went against Israel and wanted to take away their nuclear weapons that they stole from America. You can't even make this shit up, man. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. But anyway, back to it.
Ingenuity and entrepreneurship, incredible freedom. Israel is a I would say is a paragon of freedom in an area that doesn't exactly enjoy freedom. And to have young Americans march and support these mass rapists, these people who beheaded men, who burned babies alive. I'm talking about the Hamas monsters. Is that their ideal? They don't know nothing. I mean, they don't know what they're talking about. And I want to bring that truth to them. So Israel is a great free society and the best partner that America has anywhere on earth.
Israel is a parasitic state that has done nothing but cause terrorism ever since it existed. Yeah. In fact, it's caused most of the terrorism that's happened in all countries, both England and America. They're behind everything. They're behind all the fucking child molestations and all of that. Yeah. They run every degenerate industry. And no, the fact that he's making out Israel to be a great country, Israel is the shittest country in the world. Yeah. And this is even said by Jews themselves. Yeah? Norman Finkelstein, Dave Smith. There's a lot of Jews out there who go against Israel and actually say the truth. Anyway, we're going to break down the lies that Netanyahu said, because I don't want to sit here and listen to this guy for an hour. Like, fuck this guy. Israel vs Islam vs the world. No, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I actually don't agree with that, Block Corrupt. I think it's just Israel vs the world. I don't think that Muslims and Islamics, like, they're not really a concern for us. And if you ask me why, well, Muslims actually don't say nothing negative about Jesus. They let Christianity be. Like, they don't come out here and say, like, you know, fuck Christianity like Jews do. And it's simple that we wouldn't have mass immigration if we weren't going to Muslim countries and bombing the shit out of them because of Israel. So, you know, there's a lot of people from Libya who are immigrants right now. There's a lot of people from Afghanistan, Syria, Iraq, Iran, right? All these immigrants. But if we stop bombing their countries and we let them live in their countries freely, then maybe we'd have less immigrants. Do you get what I'm saying? So, nah, man. I think it's Israel vs the world right now. I think that's truly how it is. And when I say that, I say Israel vs the world, not Jews vs the world, because there's a lot of good Jews out there. There's a lot of Jews that you don't believe in what's going on. In fact, I just saw a post today where there was Jewish students who were burning their draft papers into going into the war. And they were asking these young Israeli students, why do you feel like this? And they were saying, we're not going to join a military that are terrorists that are killing innocent people and committing a genocide. So yeah, man, big up a lot of Jews out there. So yeah, I would say it's just Israel and Zionists vs the world. Okay, lie number 1. 1,200 civilians dead. Okay, guys, let me break it down to you. Yes, there was 1,200 civilians dead in Israel. 400 of them were IDF soldiers. So how are you counting the military of the enemy? You can't count the military of the enemy, because they make out like there was innocent people that died, but it was 400 of them were IDF. And then you turn around to me and you say, you know, there's 800 people left, bro. Still 800 people died. All right, cool. Let's go into that. 200 of them minimum were killed by the IDF. This is facts. They said minimum 200 people, 200 Israelis were killed by the IDF themselves. And you guys are probably thinking, well, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? Why would the IDF kill Israelis? Well, guys, there's something called the Hannibal Directive. And you guys can go research this. This is all true. This is like official. They released this. And this is something that the IDF do when an Israeli is about to get kidnapped or taken for ransom. What they will do is the IDF will kill the Israeli and the Hamas people. So like they'll kill both of them to stop the Israelis being taken for hostage, because the whole point of getting taken for hostage is what they end up doing is they end up giving 1,000 prisoners for maybe one Israeli prisoner. And it just doesn't make no sense for them. So what they do now, the IDF, is if someone's going to be getting taken who's Israeli, is they'll kill the Israeli and they'll kill the people who are taking them as well. So what mass immigration is a creation of the Zionists? Exactly. The Zionists started mass immigration as well. I hear you. We're all wrong. We need to evolve better. So is feminism, pornography, LGBT, all work of these, man. Zionists create all the above. 100 million %. They create everything there. And big up to Cherry Warrior, man. It's good to see you in here, bro. I know you don't be joining a lot of the lives, but it's good to see you in here, man. So yeah, the first lie was that 1,200 people died, when we know that a lot of those people were killed by Israelis themselves. Next up, beheaded babies, babies in ovens, fetuses ripped from mothers. Not true again. These were all lies, Israeli propaganda. In fact, we actually found proof that Israelis were killing babies. Israelis were beheading babies. Israelis were raping the Palestinian women. There was actually no proof of this coming from the Palestinian side. Actual fact, the only one baby that was found dead that was from the Israeli side was a baby called Mila Cohen. Rest in peace to Mila Cohen, because I don't want to see innocent people down from either side, the Jews or the Palestinians. However, that baby was shot through a wall, and we don't know who shot the baby through a wall. Could have been anyone, could have been the IDF. Now, I'm not blaming the IDF, it could have been Hamas as well. but it wasn't like a deliberate attack on the baby. The baby was shot through a wall, and that was the only one Israeli baby that was found dead. Okay, lie number 3, mass systematic rapes. Yeah? There was no proof of no women being raped from the Israeli side. In fact, the one woman who did claim it, on her interview, she got debunked, and it was very obvious that she was lying. Yeah? And, it was very obvious that she got put up to her government as well. But we've got loads of proof from the other side, even people admitting it from the Israeli side that they rape Palestinian women, and loads of women from the Palestinian side have been raped. So it's like every lie that they make up is actually lies that they actually do themselves, which is crazy. And another thing which Netanyahu makes out that he doesn't, like, he's very he's a big liar about, let's say, is that he wanted the hostages back. Guys, on October 10th, Hamas offered to put the hostages back to the Israelis, and the Israelis, and Netanyahu's decision, said he didn't want the hostages back. Why do you think that is, guys? Listen, October 7th, I'm not saying it was planned by Israel, but let me tell you something. Israel let it happen. It's very obvious. Even guys who are pro-Zionist even have turned around and said to me, yeah, I do believe that Israel let October 7th happen. Israel, the IDF, is one of the, the most intelligent militaries in the world. Yeah, they did that crazy Hezbollah attack with pager attacks. It took them 10 years. They started like manufacturing in Iran phones, and they ended up manufacturing phones that went into the hands of people they didn't like from the Iran side, and they actually killed these Hezbollah officials, right? And you've seen attacks where they're really precise attacks by the IDF. This proves to me more that the Israelis just want the Palestinians dead. They are capable of doing precision attacks. They could have got the hostages back on October 10th. They could have come to a ceasefire, but the truth is, they didn't want none of that. They wanted Gaza. They wanted to take over the land, and not just that. The Israeli government, Netanyahu, wanted as many Palestinians, including children and babies, dead. That's the truth. He wanted as many of them dead as possible. That is the truth. Yeah, Google Hannibal Directive. Yeah. Google Hannibal Directive. Exactly that. Yeah, Cherry Warrior. It's all right, bro. I know time is money and busy. That's it, bro. Fucking hope you're doing well, my brother, and keep making that money. So, yeah, man. And then, guys, what happened from that, right? So, NELK Boys, who it makes sense to me why Dana White sucks the dick of the NELK Boys as well. Do you get what I'm saying? The truth is, I'm not even a big content creator, obviously, but like I'm the kind of content creator that Dana White should have in his facility. Like I would be good for the UFC. I do understand MMA. I can fight myself. I do have interactions and connections with a lot of the fighters. Like I would be great for the UFC, but instead they bring on faggots. Oh shit. Yeah, I don't care at this stage. Yeah, they bring on fucking retards like the NELK Boys. But let me tell you guys why they bring on the NELK Boys. Because they are Zionists as well. They've kissed the wall. Aaron Steiny, his dad is a Zionist. And we're going to go into that a little bit. And who is the head of the UFC, guys? Who runs the UFC? Let me tell you guys who runs the UFC. It's not Dana White. Dana White's not the boss of the UFC, guys. The boss of the UFC is a Zionist called Ari Emanuel, right? And Ari Emanuel has very close ties to the Israeli government, to a Netanyahu, yeah? And also, if you guys remember, when Bryce Mitchell was speaking shit about Israel, what happened? They put him up against the killer. And what did you have on the outside of the octagon? You had Ari Emanuel sitting close with, who's the other retard who owns Barstool News? Dave Portgoy. Dave Portgoy, yeah? Fucking Portnoy Portgoy, yeah? Fucking, they had him sitting near Ari Emanuel with Israeli flags, supporting June Silver to go kill Bryce Mitchell. That's what they said they wanted. They wanted to see Bryce Mitchell dead. Yeah, man. there's a reason why the UFC, you know, they say they're all about freedom of speech until you speak about Israel. Just like when Bryce Mitchell was speaking about, you know, the Cookie Monster situation. I don't know if you lot know what I'm talking about when I say the Cookie Monster, you know, talking about something that happened in the World War II, etc., right? So, you know, Bryce Mitchell spoke about that a little bit, and, you know, he's been cancelled ever since. And, you know, he was actually forced to apologize, which one thing, you know, Bryce Mitchell, like, I big you up for saying the truth and coming out against, you know, the oppressive state, the deep state, but, bro, like, you should never apologize. You should never apologize for the truth, man. That shit's lame. So, yes, so, guys, I've got some information for you guys. So, yeah, so before I give you the information as well, the reason that the NELK Boys brought on people like Nick Fuentes, Myron Gaines, Sneeko, even Hassanabi, who's like a liberal guy. The reason he brought those guys on is because they faced so much backlash from their own fans, and you know, their own fans could see through the shit that they were doing, that they had to bring these guys on to avoid the backlash, to make out like they were part of both sides. You know, they were in the middle, they're centrists, they're not taking one side. No, bro, you guys are Zionists. You guys love Netanyahu. It's very obvious. You both have been to the wall. You know, Carl said, "Oh, I went to the wall in Jerusalem and I kissed the wall, but I wasn't aware what I was doing. I was just kissing the wall." Bro, shut the fuck up, you dweeb. Shut the fuck up. You're full of lies. You claim to be a Christian, a Catholic. You're not. Yeah, you're more tied to Zionists. Yeah, Aaron Steiney is the son of Harvey Steinberg, a lawyer who defended Asher Carney, an Israeli convicted nuclear weapons smuggler in 2004. You can't make this shit up, man. You cannot make this shit up. Go do your research. Everything I said is a fact, yeah? There's a reason they had Netanyahu on. They were trying to back him to make Israel look better, yeah? And that's exactly the precise reason why Netanyahu went on the NELK podcast as well. But it works both ways. All right, cool. So that's pretty much everything covered on the NELK and the Netanyahu situation. You know, in the future, when I do have more hours and I am putting more hours towards streams, I will be going a little bit more deeper into situations. But I think I covered it well enough. The NELK are trying to play dumb, and now a lot of people see through their true agendas. Exactly that, bro. They're like, you know, they're like, they were saying to people like Sneeko and Myron, like, and even like Nick Fuentes, like, you know, like, we're not educated in politics, and we really didn't understand. And no, bro, you did understand. You tried to make out Israel to look better into the public eye, especially from the youngsters, the people that watch you guys. It backfired on you guys. Your whole fan base can see through you, and yeah, you're starting to lose accountability. So all right, cool. Next up, we're gonna talk about Arsenal. Victor Gyökeres. Finally, I'm pretty sure it's been done today. It's going to be official by the end of the day. I know Manchester United tried to they tried a last minute sweep to come and take over our deal, but Man United, you're not the same old Manchester that you used to be. Yeah? No one gives a fuck about you no more. No football players want to deal and play for Manchester United. You guys suck. Yeah? The days of you guys taking all the Arsenal players that we used to scout. You know, I remember even the Wenger days. We would go scout players and, you know, find players, and then Man United would come along and sweep them. They did it with Rooney. They did it with quite a few players. They did it with Cristiano Ronaldo as well. If you guys remember, Ronaldo was meant to sign for Arsenal first. And the next thing you know, Alex Ferguson, you know, offers more money, you know, probably offers them to fucking sell their soul for a knack deal or something. That's why they're called the Red Devils. And, you know, Manchester United used to go and take everyone's transfer deals. No longer, bro. You're a relegation battling club. No top players want to play for your sucker team. Even Rashford, he's gone to Barcelona, right, on loan. Big up to him. I think he's a good player. Way too good for the club. And, yeah, man, I'd love to see Man United just go worse and worse and worse. And yeah, the fact that they tried to go in last minute for your Gyökeres, like, I just want to see him get even fucking worse. Fuck Manchester United. You're a failed club. You're a club that had mass amount of resources. You nearly finished in a relegation battle last year. You guys suck, man. You're called the Red Devils as well. Come on, bruv. All round L as a club. And all right, cool. So Arsenal transfers. So now these are the original transfers that we've had this season. So we've got Zubimendi. We sealed that from Real Sociedad for 70 million. Looking forward to him. You know, we had Partey leave, so now we've got Zubimendi in. It's probably going to be Zubimendi, Declan Rice and Odegaard in the central midfield. And I do think that's a solid starting lineup in the middle right there. We also signed the striker from Chelsea for 5 million, Kepa Arrizabalaga, whatever his name is, Arrizabalaga. Norgard for 11 million from Brentford, which I thought was a fantastic deal for us. And Madueke from Chelsea for 55 million, who's going to be a winger or covering the wing, either way. And yeah, we're also going to try and sign the defender right now. I'm pretty sure he's from Valencia, Christian Mosquera. So yeah, guys, Arsenal have done their thing this transfer window, and I think it's down to the amount of pressure that we've put on Arteta. You know, a lot of fans are like, Arteta out. If he's not able to win the league this season, then he has to go. All right, guys. So we're going to cover the Misfits thing, a few other stories, and we're going to talk about the astronomer CEO who got caught cheating. And then we're going to get over to Kick, and we're going to cover the Lemony from Nature Boyz, which, as you guys know, is my brand. Me and my team's brand started off by me. And yeah, man. Fucking, we're doing a lot of things, good things at the moment, and I see a lot of people out there in the public eye fucking with us more and more every single day. All right, cool. So, guys, what did you guys think about everything that's going viral right now with that astronomer CEO, right? First of all, I'm going to say, bro, you are literally a dumb fuck. Like, bro, how the fuck are you making 6 figures a year, yeah? You're a CEO of a company, and you can't use your brain, my G? My G. If you're cheating on your wife, which I say to guys, if you're a high earner and you know you can get good looking girls, and you know you don't need to sit there lying to girls like most average guys do. Just be honest, man. Tell the woman from the get-go, listen, this is what you're gonna get with me, but I'm not gonna be monogamous to you. Under no situation do I want to be monogamous. And I know a lot of guys are like, yeah, but bro, women can't handle the truth. They're not going to allow that. Women will never accept that. Like, look, let me tell you guys something. When you are a superior man, when you are a 1% man, you will find women who are going to accept that. And let me tell you guys something. It is not in our nature to fuck one woman for the rest of our lives. It's just not. Me, myself, I don't want to have casual sex. I don't want to have casual encounters, but I do want multiple wives. I want to have at least 2-3 wives. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple, man. And we are not out here naturally made to be monogamous to one woman for the rest of our lives. And let me tell you something. When we are like that, when we are comfortably in a relationship where we show the woman that she is the only one, guess what? It backfires on us and it bites us in our ass. Because when women get comfortable and women think that you have no other options, that's when women suck in relationships. Women are actually way better in relationships when they're on their toes. When they can think, oh, do you know what? My man can actually go out there and replace me and go find a better woman. Anyway, so the reason I think he's stupid is not because he should have been honest to his woman, even though I do think he should have been honest from the get-go. The reason he's stupid is like, come on, bro. You're in the Coldplay arena, right? And I get it. You know, the chances of the camera going on you are probably slim to none. Yeah? But it did. Once it did, my G, you had to react as comfortably and as normal as possible. You should have just fucking wrapped your hands around and cuddled her even more and, you know, done a little fake wave, yeah, whatever you did, or picked her up, whatever you, bro. You could have even started doing the YMCA dance or some shit, bro. That would have been better than what the fuck you guys did. Like, the way you guys look so shocked and you guys, like, jumped out the camera so quick. Like, bro, the whole world knew what the fuck was going on. And I reckon that if you guys acted casual and normal, maybe no one would have even looked into it. Everyone would have been like, yeah, you know what, it's just some couple, do you get what I'm saying? Next. And maybe even your missus might not even know about it. You just never know, man. You want more than one wife? Madman. I'll be honest with you, Block Corrupt. I think every single man wants more than one wife. Like 95% of men would want more than one wife. Just most men don't have the sexual market value to execute it, can't be honest about it, and literally most men live in a lie. Most men say that they love their girl and they only see their girl as the only woman ever for them. Years pass by, they go and cheat, they go fuck another girl, and then their relationship goes to shit. What for, bro? Me, I'd rather be honest with my woman from the beginning. Tell her, listen, I'll guide you. I'm going to lead you. I'll die for you. I'll kill for you. I'll love you. I'll really provide you a great life. You won't have to ever work with me. But listen, I'm never going to be monogamous to you, and you have to be. In fact, like my requirements are way higher than just a woman being monogamous to me. Like, for me, a woman who has Instagram, cheating. A woman who gets drunk without her man, cheating. A woman who posts up any promiscuous pictures again on any social medias, cheating. A woman who goes to a club and a bar without her man, cheating. And I know you guys might be like, well, bro, that sounds a bit too much, bro. You're like controlling and shit. No, guys. I understand my worth, I understand my value, and I don't accept mediocrity. Most men have mediocre wives. Most men, their wives don't suck their dick with ferocity. They don't cook for them. They don't clean for them. They don't massage them. They don't respect them. They actually lust over other men. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, majority of wives out there who are even married with men are fucking L's, bro. Simple, bro. Like, do you get what I'm saying? That's why a lot of men who actually say to me, well, bro, I'm happily married and all of that. Most times I say, yeah, but would I take your wife seriously? Probably not. Probably not. That's the truth. Anyway. So yeah, why being honest over cheating is the best. I kind of explained that to you guys. Another thing is, like, it's unfortunate that we're all talking about the man cheating on his wife and everyone's speaking about the wife like, she's going to get left behind and she should take everything from him and, make sure she's financially good and all of that. But bro, no person spoke about the woman's husband. The woman does have a husband. He's like, some dweeby old looking guy. They had a family and, like, bro, like, imagine being in his position now. Like, he's literally never going to be able to get on the dating market and date any woman properly again. Like, he's kind of old, he's bald. Even if he's got finances, women want more than just finances these days. Women want a complete man, bro. Women want a man who's tall, assertive, attractive, dominant, well-endowed, makes more than 6 figures a year, tells them to shut the fuck up, but also tells them they're beautiful at the right times. Like, what women expect is like the 1% man, but they're not willing to be traditional themselves. So, yeah, man, I feel sorry for this guy. I think his name's Andy Sutton from my... Andy, I can't remember his name exactly. But, yeah, bro, no one is talking about the woman's husband who has children with this woman. And, like, I'll be honest with you. What women go through when they're cheated on and what a man goes through when he's cheated on, 2 different things, bro. When a woman is cheated on, she kind of understands, like, men are men, yeah? And, like, at the end of the day, a lot of times men cheat, they still want to go back to their girlfriends. But when a woman is cheating on a man, that woman don't want to go back to her husband, and it's over. In fact, for her to even think about cheating, the relationship's over from then. The difference is we're physical creatures. We don't cheat because we don't love our woman no more. We cheat because we want something different. I want to fuck something different. I want to feel different pussy. I want to see different pussy. My girl might be white. I want an Asian girl. My girl might be black. I want a white girl. Like, men like a variety. And the only men that don't turn around and admit to it are liars. Yeah? That is the truth. We like a variety of women. Just like they like quality of a man. They want as much quality as they can in a man, one man. We want quality as well, but we want lots of quality women. That's the truth. Yeah? And I'd even go to the point where we, me, not myself, but even men out there, especially men who are accomplished, they also like promiscuous women to fuck around with and have fun with it. They might not wifey promiscuous women, but they love to fuck them and have fun with them. Do you know what I'm saying? And, once upon a time, so did I. I'm at a point right now where I've just fucked too many hoes, I think, that I can't even be bothered to be around them. I honestly find most women insufferable. I don't like being around women unless they're providing me sex or a peaceful life. Yeah, man. Like, I'll be honest with you, bro. I'm a I don't know, whatever you can call me, like sexist, misogynist, like I fall under those kind of brackets, you know. I wouldn't say misogynist because I don't hate women, and like if there was a woman being beaten on the street, which I've done it before, or a woman in harm, I'd be the first man, and I am the first type of man to back the woman and help her get out of a situation. In fact, I would say that all the kind of men that women run to when they are in certain shit situations are masculine men like me, whether they're policemen, firemen, fathers, brothers, boyfriends, husbands, whatever it is. Like, they never go to liberal men. I'll tell you why, because the liberal man is not going to back you on the street. He ain't going to do shit. He's going to let you get beaten up, yeah, and that's how it is. All right, cool. So, guys, if you do decide to get married, get a prenup. I think I recommend getting a prenup for every single man. And yeah, another thing I wanted to speak about with women before I move on to the from this topic is, I don't know if you guys know who Shannon Sharpe is. Shannon Sharpe is he's an ex-American footballer who became like not a commentator, but a sports analyst, right? And yeah, he had a contract with ESPN. He was about to be offered a new contract with ESPN. Now, guys, the contract he was about to be offered the contract he was about to be given by ESPN was a contract worth over 9 figures a year. It was $100 million a year plus contract. Yeah, like, this was an insane contract. Actually, it might not have been $100 million a year, but I think maybe the contract was worth $100 million. Yeah. Either way, that's fucking insane money. And ESPN kind of dropped him now. He doesn't have that same deal. Why? Because he got in a situation with a younger woman who is an OnlyFans chick. And instead of vetting her properly, he ended up getting in a situation where, he was having dominant sex and certain things with her. And she called out rape on him. She called out sexual assault on him. And, she was suing him she refused $10 million. And then she was suing him for $15 million, and now they come to a settlement, which I think, from what I heard, is going to be a little bit over $10 million. And I was listening to Myron speaking about this yesterday, and from Myron saying, it's like he understands men who go out there and fuck prostitutes. Me, I could never be the kind of man who fucks prostitutes. Like, literally, I'd rather be a monk. I'd rather not ever sleep with no woman in the rest of my life than sleep with a prostitute. But I do understand it from a guy who's like in Shannon Sharpe's position. Like, if you want to go out there and fuck baddies and have promiscuous girls to have fun with, you're better off paying them, bro. You're better off getting an NDA and avoiding getting yourself in a situation like this where it tarnishes your career, it tarnishes your reputation, and it probably even tarnishes your future with women. So, yeah, man. Shannon Sharpe, big L for you, bro. I hope things work out for you. I hate to see this happening to all men across the board, but yeah, man, that's pretty much what's happened with Shannon Sharpe. Okay, we've got how many hours are we into it as well? 2? All right, nice. All right, cool. So what we'll do, guys, we'll do a Khabib interview reaction. Yeah, we're going to do a Khabib interview reaction. And we're going to be talking about guys, you've seen the whole Misfits situation. Darren Till's fighting Luke Rockhold. For me, those are two great strikers. They're going to be fighting in boxing. I really can't decide who I want to go with this one. I think they're both great strikers who... I think Darren Till just really lacked in the wrestling department as a MMA fighter, but yeah, as a boxer, we saw him fight last time against who was that short black guy he fought, man? Who was that short black guy that Darren Till fought last, man? He was like an American influencer. Darren Till. It was an influencer. I forgot his name. Khabib Conor needs to happen. Bro, that's never going to happen. There's honestly more chance of me... Anthony Taylor, that's it. Anthony Taylor, yeah, that's the one. Guys, there is literally more chance of me fighting, let's say... There's more chance of me fighting Max Holloway in the next 2 years than there is of Conor fighting Khabib. I'll tell you that straight. There's more chance of me blowing up as a content creator, calling out Max Holloway and getting a major fight with Max Holloway than Khabib fighting Conor, man. That's never going to happen. Like, Khabib's never going to come back to fight Conor. Like, Khabib doesn't even want to fight under no situation, under no money. And, yeah, man, I don't see Conor's coming back, especially to fight Khabib. I feel like Conor does want to come back to fighting. Conor wants to come back and fight someone that he knows he can beat, someone who's going to be a striking match that he can knock out, go out on a high, etc. Like, I'd no way see it against Khabib. Tell me if you guys think I'm wrong. I don't know. Anthony Taylor, yeah, that's the guy. And then also we have on the Misfits card, which is run by another dweeb that I don't like, KSI. And I know it seems to you guys that I'm cussing a lot of content creators, but I'm just naming all the guys that I don't really like. I just feel like a lot of content creators, they just don't bring no value. They don't stand for nothing. And KSI is one of them. KSI is like the kind of guy that he acts like he's from the hood. You know, he's like a London hood guy. And let me tell you guys something. I'm from the hood. Yeah, he's from a place called Watford. Yeah? Watford is an incredibly nice area. It's full of white people. There's no crime. Like, it's fine, bro. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So for him to make out that he's like had a hard beginning and, you know, he's self-made and all of this, like, bro, come on, bro. I can tell the way you talk as a black man from London and seeing your parents that you are a rich black boy from London. It's just that simple, bro. Same as like Anthony Joshua as well. I don't know if he was rich London, a rich black boy, but Anthony Joshua, again, he's another guy who makes out like he's from the hood and, you know, had a hard beginning, and it's couldn't be further from the truth. Like, Anthony Joshua and KSI, you're both from Watford, you both grew up nice. Plus, KSI wasn't outside, indoors at the desk. Exactly, bro. Exactly that. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest. Has KSI or Anthony Joshua ever carried a blade in London streets because they have to? Answer me that question. Has KSI or Anthony Joshua ever carried a shank in London in their pockets because they have to? Let me answer that question for you guys. Absolutely not. Yeah? Yeah, exactly. KSI went to private school, bro. Come on, bro. Bro, you can tell the way he talks. You know what I'm saying? The way he talks is so posh. Never. Exactly, bro. Like, bro, like, no flex. Like, people know me as Shanks before I was Nature Boy. But, bro, I had to carry a massive blade in my pocket everywhere I went in London. Even in school, I had to. Why? Because that's how London is if you live in the hood, bro. Otherwise, you're risking putting your life at risk. It's that simple. Anyway, we're going to move on from the Misfits card. I did want to show a video on X, but before we go on the video of X, let's get the Khabib interview up. You know what? We need to fix this laptop where it doesn't go into this mode every so often. All right, let me take this biggest terrorist out and Yahoo. Oops. What happened there? What the fuck? I just had the thing up and now it's gone. Did I close it? Safari, where's this? Safari. I don't know, man. I'm not finding it. All right, cool. Let me just start up a new one. All right, YouTube. Get the Khabib interview up. I don't know how long this interview is. Yeah, I don't know how long this interview with Khabib is, but let me get this up right now. Yeah. Khabib. Khabib. Oh, where's this interview at, man? The hell? 1 day ago. All right, let's get a brief of it then. Oh, bro, well, who's this sus guy? Oh my god, it's about pugs. This is what I'm saying as well. They always fucking make pugs like a sus man's fucking dog. Like, bro, allow that, bro. I'm gonna make sure that my fucking pug throws fucking Romans, fucking anti-LGBT clothing. All right, cool. Let's hear the updates. What's that? All right.
Talked about Islam Makhachev versus Ilia Topuria fight and how he sees Ilia Topuria as the fighter and as a champion that people are comparing him to Conor McGregor. So let's hear from Habib.
Вместо Конора Илья Топурия может быть?
Не, он хороший парень.
Да.
Пытается быть кем-то. Сразу же видно. Не, я не думаю. Интерес, противостояние, стиль.
So in other words, what I think Khabib's trying to say right now is like, Ilia Topuria can never be Conor in that kind of personal way because Ilia Topuria is a good guy. And I agree with him. I think Ilia Topuria's got good ethics and morals. And I do agree with him that I think Conor McGregor's a scumbag. Like, even though I like Conor and Conor was one of my favorite fighters, like, seeing the way that Conor McGregor's life has played out and who he is, like, bro, Conor McGregor's a scumbag, bro. Come on, man.
Бойцов, чемпионов, может быть. Но такого, знаешь, как нет. И Ислам тоже.
Возможно, да.
И Ислам хороший парень. Не то, чтобы я, да. И Ислам хороший парень, и Топурия. Но это все они качают. Не они, а он качает. Я не вижу просто. Я не знаю, может ты видишь или там. Не, UFC, конечно. UFC будет выжимать, потому что...
Да. Ему срочно нужно заполнить.
100%. И бойцы...
So, I don't know what Khabib means by that, because Khabib come out and he said, like, you know, like, Islam's a very good guy as well. So he was kind of insinuating that he's not a good guy as well, and Conor wasn't a good guy. But what I think by this is, like, Khabib is a good guy. He has great morals and ethics, but when he sees red, he can become a bad guy. That's what I think he means. Because obviously we saw it, guys, right? You know, when he was choking out Conor, and after that, like, you know, he spat on Conor. Do you know what I'm saying? He spat all over Conor, like, he disrespected him loads. And honestly, that's something that I can't see happening from Islam Makhachev. However, like, I can't ever see Topuria talking about the religion and the wife the way that Conor was speaking about Khabib's.
Безусловно, два лучших бойца на данный момент. Одни из лучших. Но в пятерку они точно оба входят и по статистике.
I don't know, man. Blockcrop said best rematch ever. I kind of disagree, man. I don't think it will be a good rematch. I don't see any world right now where Conor beats Khabib. It's impossible.
По моему мнению.
Especially now.
А вот такого ожидания, там, чтобы вышел за рамки спорта, не вижу.
Khabib Nurmagomedov, everyone knows that he has fought Conor McGregor, so he really did not like the comparison that people are making him with Conor McGregor. Maybe
bro, I don't need to hear your fucking...
Habib said that will it be bigger than the Habib fighters in the UFC? So we can say that.
All right, let me come off this, man.
Two top fighters.
Bro, how can I just get today? I swear there's normally a way where you can just write today or come out today. No? Like what's been uploaded the last week? Because I'm trying to find the Khabib interview and I don't seem to find it. Nah, it's an interview that came out the other day. Can't seem to find it though. Normally, when you're on the phone and you're on YouTube, you can type in things that just come out within the last week. That's how I find shit, but I don't know. I can't. Filters, one sec. Let me see the filters. One sec. This week. All right, cool. Found it. I think this is it, maybe.
Ну, вообще, я слышал, что Хантер, да, организовывал этот бой, прокачивал твой с Конором. Нет?
Может, Хантеру это не...
You know what? It's a little bit of a long interview, and it is in Russian. I don't know if it's. I don't think there's something that we should go into right now. I think it's going to take too long to go through it, but maybe we'll do that on Friday stream. and maybe I'll pick out some of the smaller parts of it. What rematch would you pay more for? What rematch would I pay more for? What's a rematch I would like to really see? Rematches right now in the UFC? What's a great rematch I would like to see? Like, obviously, Ankalaev vs Pereira, I do want to see it, but I don't think it's the most exciting. I'd say, if I would say the best rematch that we can make in the UFC right now, rematch, I would say it's probably Max Holloway vs Topuria. I would say that one. I would say there's way more chance of Max Holloway knocking Topuria out or fighting differently, even though I would go Topuria again, then, you know, Conor McGregor vs Khabib. Like, Conor vs Khabib, bro, we know what would happen. Like, if anything, we'd be paying more for the press conference and all the bullshit that comes with it. But we know that if they were ever to fight again, Conor's striking's only got worse. His wrestling's probably only got worse. So what's Khabib going to do? Khabib's going to take him down and choke him, man. Very simple. Very, very simple. All right, guys. So just checking my cameras. All right, cool. So, yeah, we're going to listen to the Khabib interview next time. And also, do you know what? Another thing I wanted to cover is big up to China, man. You know, I don't really like China as a country, I'll be honest with you. Like, the culture's all right. Like, Chinese food's okay, but I don't like the fact that there's no freedom over there. You can't cuss off the government. I remember the whole COVID thing, they were really strict. Yeah, like, even when I meet Chinese people, they tend to be very, like, liberal, and, you know, they don't see that they have no freedom. So I normally do talk shit about China a lot, but this is a big W for China, man. China has banned OnlyFans, which is epic. Great for society, great for the youth, great for the nuclear family. And honestly, America needs to follow lead and do exactly the same thing. We should be banning prostitution. And yeah, OnlyFans is simply prostitution. All right, cool. So guys, the next stream, this is what we're going to do on the next stream, yeah? And I'm going to end this stream soon, but we're going to go over to Kick, and I'm going to review the Lemony on Kick, you know? Show you guys the nugs. We're gonna go into it. So yeah, guys, I will be live on Kick in like the next 5 minutes. We're gonna just switch over straight to Kick, and then I'll wait a couple minutes until you guys are all there. Let's start maneuvering over now though. Let's start all going over to Kick from now. So yeah, on the next stream, this is what I'm gonna uncover, guys. I'm gonna uncover the latest news of what happens from now until then. We're gonna build the dream White House card together. So I want everyone in the chat with me, and we're gonna start writing down the dream card for the White House card, which is gonna happen next year. We're also gonna be talking about the biggest scamming occupation. So, you know, I tend to think that female dating coaches are scams. I tend to think crypto guys are scams. I tend to think Instagram recovery guys as scams. So I'm going to label my 10 most scamming jobs next week. We're going to go into that. And also we're going to build our perfect wife together. So I'm going to bring my paper, which I give to always every woman on my first date. You know, as soon as I meet a chick, I'll give her the piece of paper. I say to her, look, there's no point wasting time. Let me know if you pass all these standards and boundaries and requirements. If you do, we'll speak from there. If you don't, then we can just move on. So we'll go into why I have these requirements and standards and boundaries, and then you guys can, you know, go back and forth with me and tell me if there's anything you guys agree or disagree with. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much it. You know, we had a little 2-hour stream, and then yeah, guys, come over to Kick right now. I'm gonna end the stream on everywhere else, and we're gonna come over to Kick, and we're gonna do the Lemony review. I got some beautiful big nugs of the Lemony. I'm gonna tell you guys all the breakdown of the genetics, where you can find it, the packaging, everything. So, guys, come over to Kick right now. Come over to Kick. Guys, come over to Kick. Come over to Kick. Okay? We're coming off YouTube. We're coming off every other platform. Come over to Kick, guys. All right. What is the link they're asking? Or channel name? Write it down in them. It's the Natural Effect Podcast. The Natural Effect Podcast on Kick. If you could write it in as well into the chat as well, that'd be good. Just give them a link.
Bad habit, I guess. All right, here's a quick take. Most arguments aren't about finding the right answer.
What was that? Did you hear that? Oh, okay. Is it? Nah, no. All right, cool. All right, how many of us have we got on Kick? 15? 13. All right, faggots. Whoa, what, we still on fucking YouTube? Bro, what are you doing?